The digging marks here appear... A thieves' tunnel?
Judging by the tool... But why did they abandon this?
I remember now, but she said that the
Easy, Jialian.
Rain cutter.
Whoa, there's a sensor here. Those treasure hoarders sure made themselves at home.
I believe this sensor was used to burn a monster.
A monster repelling incense?
The incense was burned several days ago. If I had to guess, the monsters we fought just now were enticed here by some entity deeper in... No doubt an encounter after them.
That's right. This is what...
Julian!
I'm fine. Let's keep going. I can feel it. We're getting close. We're almost there. It's right up ahead. The place where we made a pact together to...
Now.
From the looks of it, the energy released by this mechanism can not only clear barriers, but also be conducted by corresponding mechanisms. Perhaps it's something we can make use of.
Rain outlines your fate. Witness the power.
Torn to oblivion! Illusion
A process of elimination.
Jiangli!
Look out! There's a monster next to her!
The god remains must have lured them here. Watch my back.
Illusion
Rain outlines your fate. Know my sword. Rain.
Dr. Baiju, how serious is it? Is she...
I can still feel a pulse, but her condition is... The god remains here are encroaching on her. If we don't eliminate it soon...
Then, what are we waiting for? It's not as simple as that. The poison within... If the source is purged, the poison... and the poison... Oh no.
Indeed. If the god remains here are purged...
I wondered when the state...
Wait! But we've all been working our butts off to surprise you. You're a great doctor, surely...
You could continue to take the poison, which would buy you some time. As for Jiang...
It appears to me that she was striving to concoct your medicine for you. Right up until the moment...
Dr. Baiju, give it to me straight.
The god remains have reached her internal organs. Under ordinary circumstances, I would give her less than 3 days. But if I were to treat her using a secret art...
But what would be... Dr. Baiju, I'm all too aware of the dangers of God. If I continue to sustain my own... I know for a fact that I should have died over a decade ago. And bring Jiangli...
Jialiang?
After cheating death for so long, it seems... Traveler...
Of course.
Thank you, everyone. And I'm sorry that...
Jialiang?
I am sure that over the years, Jiangli will have tried all the conventional methods.
Mortals are fated to grow old and pass on when their natural lifespan runs out. If it were so easy to combat the natural What a crazy situation! Jiang Li risked it all to save Jialiang's life, and now...
I've seen many final farewells in my time.
In the human realm, all things must come to an end. Is it not a fitting end, at least?
The path they chose was indeed a heroic one. But when I think of those who... I cannot help but think that theirs are the lives least deserving of death.
When all this began, we agreed that once Ayu was old enough to help you gather herbs, it would be time for me to go. If you could only see him now. He took me all the way to Liyue Harbor. So... I've said my goodbyes. My time is...
As you wish.
It will eat away at both your cognition.
I'll take it.
Mom, something's really wrong with Dad. Don't fret, Ayu. I will get...
Why would these memories come to mind now? The longer we live... Oh, how I would love to hear...
Jialiang, Jialiang! Jialiang!
Dad, are you awake?
Didn't I... Huh? What are these?
How does it feel to come back to life?
Do you feel strange or different in any way?
Dr. Baizhu...
Die? You did indeed. As things...
I'm a zombie?
That's right. Before we set off, I asked Chi-Chi to prepare an elixir of immortality. Of course, this is but a crude imitation of an Adeptus art. I don't expect whether it will keep you alive for a few days, a few months, but however long you have left, I believe it should be more than sufficient time for you to say your final goodbyes before departing.
An elixir of immortality? How'd you cook that up? Ugh. Leave it to you to work on something like that, but...
It's a work in progress that hardly lives up to its name, and it would have had no effect. In the end, I am merely a doctor. I understand. All I know is that if I'm and even this would have...
Oops. And I'm...
Without Director Hu nudging things in the right direction, we may not have found Jiangli in time.
No wonder he didn't mention the elixir back then. I thought he was being frank and
Director Hu told me to keep her suggestion a secret.
Never end.
All I wanted was to help Jialiang find his missing wife as soon as possible, so that he could be on his way to the afterlife without any... Leave it to Boo Boo Pharmacy to snatch the perfect opportunity right out of my hands at the... One Chi-Chi was enough of a conundrum. The last thing I need's another one. If I'd known this was coming...
You stay away from my dad! When I grow up, I'm gonna become an even better...
Oh, is that right? Well, you wouldn't be the first person who's tried to put Wang Sheng funeral... Traveler, Paimon, I'll catch you all in a...
All's well that ends well. If you... At times...
It feels like it was a whole lifetime ago when I left.
Yay, Paimon! Alright, first things first.
Wait up! I'll come too!
Baizhu,
Don't mention it, Jiangli.
just your duty, huh? Baizhu. Time flies. It's been so long since we bade each other farewell in Chenyu Vale. Changshang, you're the same as ever. You haven't changed one bit.
You, on the other hand, have changed a lot.
You're right. My younger self would have never imagined that things would one day turn out this way. Or that you'd turn out this way, Baizhu. I've taken a look at your elixir of immortality.
I have to say, Jiangli...
Not at all. With your intellect, even... But I'm still impressed by how quickly you managed to gain such a thorough understanding of it. Jialiang, not just that. You even managed to improve upon the original... Baizhu, be honest with me. Did you try...
Huh. told you the truth would surface sooner or later.
Life force isn't the only thing that Changsheng's contract lets you transfer between.
Nothing gets past you, Jiangli. You are correct. Besides life force, Changsheng's secret... When I treated Jia Liang for the second time, I transferred some of the poison from his body into my own. Not only did this allow me to alleviate the burden, there is no need to worry about any long-term consequences to my health, however. Now that the...
But you took such a huge risk. If we hadn't destroyed... What am I saying? The reason I left our master and went into hiding all those years ago was that he was getting old. And I didn't want him using up any more of his own. But in the end, how were my methods any different? I risked one life to save another. And are all disciples of Chenyu Vale destined to turn out this way? To live a short life, having given away our own for the sake of others? To fight relentlessly.
We are doctors, Jiangli. We ought never say that anyone's fate is sealed.
Baizhu, I can tell that, over the years, you've used the contract with Changsheng to transfer many diseases and toxins to yourself. There are so many that, some of them, can you still stop before it's too late?
I think you know the answer, Jiangli.
Hey, food's ready!
Mom, come and join us. The Traveler taught me a load of new recipes and said even Dad'll be able to taste them. Come and try them out.
Yes, darling. Mom will be there in just a second. Hey, slow down. Baizhu, I know I won't be able to convince Qiqi, Gui, and all...
There's no need to worry, Jiangli.
Baizhu, what did Jiangli mean by not a... Every single mortal I've ever contracted with, including Baizhu and Jiangli's master, has... Wait! That doesn't make any sense.
It is...
Long ago, when plagues ravaged the land, one doctor made a pledge to rid the world of pain and suffering. But even the most ingenious mortal medicine could not stay the tide of disease. And after working tirelessly for many years, even his dearest loved ones fell sick and bade their final farewell. Legends told of an herb lord in Chenyu Vale who could cure any illness known to mankind. The doctor sought the herb lord, but found only a white snake, its breathing weak and its power all but spent.
Sign this contract and let our lives be joined. Then I will impart to you the secret art of healing. But be warned, this art will harm your own health.
With means beyond human ken, the doctor could now reverse the process of death. And yet, the time still came to say goodbye. Only now, the one departing was the doctor, his life force spent. His final act in life was to pass on the contract to his final patient, his favorite disciple. The disciple chose to dedicate their life to saving the lives of others. And generation upon generation followed in these footsteps. Since I inherited this contract, I've always respected the path taken by my predecessors, and followed it myself unquestioningly. That is, until I tried to use the art to save my own disciple's beloved. She begged me not to use up my own life force. She said that this art is a poison chalice, an evil and unnatural practice. She did not wish to sacrifice one life for the sake of another, when both were lives she treasured. Only then did it occur to me. Did I not suffer when my master passed away, just as patients' families do at their loved one's deathbed? Are not the lives cut short by this contract just as worthy of saving as any patients? What is this contract to us? Medicine or poison? Alas, I no longer have enough time left to find the answer. I entrust to your care both Changsheng and this final question. May you find a remedy for this conundrum, which has ailed us so.
Time and again, no matter how much I try to warn them or balance their chi, I can never save them. And you? What's your answer?
If I abandoned the contract and left you without a host, what would happen?
I suppose I'd spend my final moments taking a nice nap on Mount Yaojin. Then I'd be reunited with my old friends and your predecessors.
Then it's decided. If there's a life in front of me that deserves to be saved, why shouldn't I do everything within my power to save it?
Once again, it's the same answer. So be it. Close your eyes. Who knows how many more people will take on this contract?
None. This contract will end with me.
My contract has strict requirements.
But when one with an altruist, though they know better than anyone else, they are like moths that throw themselves into the flame, seeking a glimmer of hope.
So,
I suppose that would make me a moth that yearns for the Changsheng's art can. I have nothing but the utmost respect for my
Huh?
What makes a poison poison? If disease is defined, many may view the no. I don't want those who come after me. Precisely.
Even the gods.
For a selfish.
Dr. Baiju, Traveler, what are you still chatting about?
We also have coconut milk. Okay, fine. Let's go grab some food. Paimon has a bunch of burning questions, but I do envy Paimon sometimes. Eating her fit.
True. And yet, are such things as these not precisely why